All right, hello everyone, and welcome to our webinar, Law Firms of the Future, How to Run a Successful Law Firm in a Virtual Environment. My name is Brian Figueroa. I am the Head of Growth at ShiftSixOS, and I will be your presenter this afternoon. So before the onset of COVID, the idea of lawyers working remotely seemed implausible or maybe even a little unorthodox. True, being in court is a big part of the job, but in many cases, even that aspect of the profession has moved to video conference hearings. So with the help of modern technology, lawyers have found that most of their job can essentially be done remotely um, and not necessarily in the office. We have known that making the switch can be an adjustment, but we also believe that most law firms can have all or maybe even part of their staff working remotely if they follow the steps that we have outlined in this webinar. These are the topics that we will be covering today: setting up a remote access point and cloud-based solutions, establishing a clear communication channel, how to stay professional when meeting virtually, developing a positive remote experience for your clients, how to build a great company culture, how to take care of your mental health when working remotely, and how to hire specialized virtual help. All right, let's get started. So, more and more modern law firms are embracing technology and are moving to the cloud even when working from the office. The flexibility provided by the cloud has become necessary to provide clients and colleagues instant access to important documents no matter where or when they're working. Creating a seamless flow of documents is essential for keeping your clients happy and your workflow efficient. So the first step you should do to begin your virtual law firm is digitize all of your documents. If you do not have a dedicated person at your office to scan these documents, there are services out there who will do this for you. If you want to do it yourself, invest in a good scanner to use at your home office and be diligent about keeping all of your documents in digital format. The next important item is make sure you have a strong internet connection. Having a strong internet connection at home is important, even if you plan on working with clients virtually. It is embarrassing and frustrating to have your calls drop in the middle of a client call, which is why this point is so important and worth mentioning, despite it being an obvious one. Also, your connections need to have the bandwidth to ensure fast and easy access for all of your documents as you work. If you are unsure on how to test your internet speed, simply go into speedtest.net, which is a free website that allows you to test your internet speed, or go on Google and type internet speed test and one should appear almost immediately. Generally, a broadband internet connection should be more than enough, but you may find that you may need to talk to your provider about upgrading your current package if you're experiencing freezes and slowness within your environment. Also, a mesh network is something to consider. Mesh network can help provide consistent Wi-Fi throughout your home without the need for multiple routers. You may also want to invest in a Wi-Fi hotspot if you spend a lot of time traveling or working abroad. The next item for consideration should definitely be a VPN or a virtual private network. A virtual private network can be utilized to securely connect to a private network from a remote location. This ensures that your data and your client's data is secure when anyone from your company accesses this network. If you have a knowledgeable IT department, they should be able to set up the VPN for your firm, though there are enterprise service providers who you can outsource this task to as well if you do not have an in-house IT. All right, one final item that we recommend is definitely investing in cloud-based practice management software. If everything I just mentioned sounds like a lot of work and kind of expensive, this would be your good news alternative. A lot of this work can be mitigated by investing in a cloud-based practice management software such as Clio, Lawmatics, or even Practice Panther. These cloud-based platforms have multiple features, including document and case management, time tracking, billing, portals, and more. And all of these features are often hosted in a secure virtual terminal environment, which negates the need for VPN, meaning more cost savings for you. So the second topic that we'd want to cover is how to establish clear communication channels. As you plan your move to the virtual environment, another big decision that you will need to make is what communication channels will be used and how. Whether you're communicating with your staff or your clients, selecting the right communication channels is absolutely paramount to ensuring a seamless operations and maintaining strong relationships within the firm. It is a good practice to clarify which channels are used for what purposes, to have your contact information clearly listed on your website so that your clients may reach you easily as well. As you set up your virtual law firm, do plan regular check-ins with your team, making sure that everyone is on the same page and that they are clear as to what their responsibilities are should be a top priority whether they're working in person or remotely. It is great practice to schedule short daily meetings where team members share their most important tasks for the day and week and bring up any roadblocks or questions that they may have so that the rest of the team can help resolve that issue. So, what platforms should be used to communicate with your team? If you're conducting meetings over Zoom or video chat, this should honest over video chat. Zoom should be your go-to choice for contact because it will help your employees feel more connected, especially when you're not really seeing each other or when they're just not coming into the office every day. Video chat offers video chat over platforms such as Zooms or Teams should be your main form of virtual communication because seeing both face and the voice makes it less likely that words will be misconstrued, taken the wrong way, or have something fall through the cracks. Instant messaging platforms like Slack, which you can get a free account for, and Google Chat can also be used to connect and ask short questions, as well as making a quick phone call when necessary. As to the communication with the clients, make sure you establish guidelines for communicating with your clients. Whose job is it to connect with them? Who oversees following up with the clients? There should always be a process. Knowing whose job it is at each step will help streamline the client intake process and provide a smooth experience for your customers. You can always make sure to use a secure communication channel for confidential information and consider setting up a dedicated client portal or a secure email services for communications with clients. As I mentioned earlier, most cloud-based practice management software is already secure and can save you a lot of time and money on additional equipment. So you do not have to set it up or add anything for extra to heighten the security, anything extra. Some other communication considerations that we have is don't forget to consider the compliance and regulations when planning how to communicate with your clients. Ensure that your communication channels and practices comply with legal and ethical regulations governing your profession. Some things to remember are to maintain client confidentiality, obtain informed consent, follow advertising regulations, and handle client funds and trust accounts in compliance with applicable regulations. Another thing to consider when communicating with clients is accessibility issues. Having tools in place to help accessibility to your website or your content goes a long way to show your clients that you not only care, but are also prepared to help anyone no matter what their capabilities are. We recommend to be reachable by phone. Even if you're not working in the office, there will still be clients who want to call you. Clients who are not comfortable with technology and people with disabilities may find other methods of communications difficult to use. So having a phone line always becomes a priority. It's important to have someone available who is available to take their calls as well. Or you may miss out on some valuable leads. And you can start by having your calls forwarded to your cell phone on days when you're away from the office. Or if you have a permanent work from home situation, you could set up a voice over internet protocol phone service system or VoIP to take the calls over from your computer, allowing you better flexibility within your staff. If you could use some help in answering calls, consider hiring a virtual receptionist or a client intake specialist. With that added help, you can make sure that no calls are missed and that you will be able to provide clients with excellent customer service every single time. And if your firm does need an intake specialist, our company ShiftSixOS can find you one for a substantially lower cost than whatever you've budgeted for. All right, the next topic we want to cover is how to be professional when meeting remotely. 79% of clients want the option to meet with their lawyers remotely, and this is going to be especially necessary when running and operating a virtual law firm. So, how can you keep it professional? Working at home really gives us the ability to be flexible and really casual at times, but you still want to give a good impression when you're face to face with your clients. Here are some ways to plan for a professional video meeting. First and foremost is make sure you keep your background tidy and well lit. Try turning on your camera when you're sitting at your desk. What can you see in the space behind your computer? Meaning this. Are your shelves tidy and the view free of a mess? We believe it's extremely important to represent a professional space, even if you're working from home. If you're unable to do this, use a blurred or plain green screen type of background, and that is way better than appearing messy or disorganized. We also suggest maybe using lamps to make sure your area is very well lit and that you are visible to your clients on screen. All right, next topic we'll discuss is the proper video chat etiquette. We all know how we're supposed to act in a meeting when we're in person, but how does this differ when we're online? The most important thing to show is that you're attentive and engaged in the meeting. Always appearing on video is essential, and positioning your camera so that it appears that you are looking at the attendees is also something important to remember. Give your clients visual clues that you're listening by nodding, smiling, as you would in a regular meeting. It is polite to do your best and prevent distractions when meeting clients virtually, so always put your phone on silent before a meeting. Find a quiet place to meet and let other people know in the house that it is time to be quiet while you are taking a video meeting. I personally have a sign posted up at my home office that says in a meeting, and everyone in my home knows to be quiet at that time. Using a headset can also really help negate any background noises and keep your sound really crisp and clear. You can always use your mute button if something on your end gets particularly nosy, and you can use it if it's not your turn to talk as well. All right, the next topic we'll discuss is how to develop a positive remote experience for your clients. Setting up a virtual law firm is only one part of the process. So the shift to a remote office also necessitates a keen focus on developing a positive remote experience for your clients to make sure that they return. Ensuring that the clients feel well supported, informed, and confident throughout the legal process is not only vital for their satisfaction, but also for your firm's reputation and success. We'll be reviewing some key strategies and best practices that law firms can definitely adopt to create a client-centric remote experience that enhances trust and collaboration in the virtual legal landscape. First and foremost is keep the process simple. Because having to hire a lawyer is stressful enough, it should be your firm's goal to make the process as simple and as easy as possible. In order to reduce your client's stress during their difficult time, make sure you action that. One way of doing this is to have an easy access to a client portal. It is easier if everyone that's on your client list can access their information and have a central location for them to share documents and files and sign forms and even pay their bills. You could also be transparent and provide some regular updates. Start by educating your clients about the legal process and the specific steps that your law firm will take to handle their difficult situation. This not only fosters transparency, but it also empowers your customers with a clear understanding of the proceedings, easing any concerns, and moreover, delivering regular updates keeps the case on a steady course and nurtures trust. Extending transparency to your billing practices is equally as crucial. Clearly itemize each charge on your client's invoice so that you prevent confusion and minimize frustrations down the line. Furthermore, proactively notifying clients about upcoming bills and providing upfront clarity regarding charges and payment timelines can help avoid unnecessary tensions. Something we recommend as well is provide a dedicated client support or develop a dedicated client support team. Offering dedicated client support plays a pivotal role in cultivating a positive experience for your clients engaging with a remote law firm. Having a dedicated point of contact who is readily available to address inquiries, assist with administrative matters, and provide ongoing support fosters a sense of reliability and personalized attention. This level of service not only enhances communication, but also instills a confidence in clients, reinforcing the trust that they place in the law firm's ability to navigate their legal needs efficiently and in a remote environment. All right, as we move toward the next topic, it's building a great company culture. And building a great company culture is instrumental in running a successful law firm in a virtual environment. A strong and positive culture nurtures a sense of belonging, engagement, and also shared values among your remote team, even when they are many, many miles away. It fosters collaboration, adaptability, and a commitment to delivering exceptional client services. So in a virtual setting where face-to-face interactions may be limited, a thriving company culture can serve as the foundation for effective teamwork, productivity, and client satisfaction, which ultimately contributes to the law firm's overall success in a digital landscape. We definitely advise investing in collaborative tools and meeting regularly. It is essential that you provide your remote employees with tools that facilitate teamwork and communication. To ensure that
I think we might be having technical difficulties. Brian, are you still there?
Hi there, can you guys hear me? Hello?
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay, I apologize about that. We're gonna go ahead and continue on this. I apologize about that. I believe the last thing you guys heard was how to invest in collaborative tools and meet regularly. And I was just saying that it is essential to provide your remote employees with tools to facilitate teamwork and communication. Ensure that all team members are proficient in using these tools effectively and comfortably. As I was mentioning at Shift 6, we actually meet every day with our executive team and our smaller teams to go over our most important tasks of the day, any roadblocks that we may be facing, and include any important last words about what we're working on. We suggest that remote lawyers do this as well so that everyone is on the same page and their goals continue to be aligned. If you're running a virtual team, having virtual team building activities becomes very, very essential. Virtual team building activities play a pivotal part in nurturing a vibrant company culture within a virtual law firm. These activities transcend any geographic boundaries of remote work and can really foster camaraderie, trust, and a sense of belonging amongst team members. By engaging in fun and interactive virtual events such as online games, theme meetings, or collaborative projects, lawyers and staff can connect on a personal level, build relationships, and strengthen their commitment to the firm's mission. This sense of unity not only enhances your teamwork, but also contributes to a positive work environment that can really boost the morale of the firm and the motivation within a virtual workspace. Now we're going to talk about supporting professional development, which really gets lost in a remote environment. Supporting employees' professional development is the cornerstone of nurturing a thriving company culture within a virtual law firm. When law firms invest in their team's growth, it demonstrates a commitment to their success and advancement within your business. Providing opportunities for learning, skill building, and career progression not only enhances the individual job satisfaction, but also reinforces a continuous culture of improvement, achievements, and learning. This investment in personal and professional development not only elevates your team members' capabilities, but it also strengthens their connection to the firm, creating value around growth, learning, and again, long-term success for your business. All right. So this one is extremely, extremely important and something that even I struggle with, which is taking care of your mental health. And working from home can be enjoyable for many, many reasons, but it can also feel isolating at times, especially if you're an extrovert. So you may find that the lines of work and home life kind of get a little blurry when you start working non-standard hours or are available by phone most of the day. Make sure you take care of yourself and your mental health while working remotely, and encourage your staff to do the same. Here's a few ways you can try this. You can try creating a routine. Start dressing like you're going to the office. We've all seen the I'm not a cat, I'm a lawyer videos, so that should be a perfect example. Even if you do not have the meeting plan for the day, dressing professionally when at home will help you get into the mindset that it is time to work and get things done. It is a great way to start your day, and you will not be caught in your PJs if you're not if you need to take an impromptu video call, right? Another way to create a routine is to work at the same place every day. Set up a home office in a quiet part of the home where you can take meetings without being disturbed, bothered, any of that stuff, right? Having a specific workspace will contribute to getting yourself in the mindset that it is time to work, just like dressing professionally does. And when working from home, it's also important that you do try to make an effort to stay connected to your coworkers. So earlier when we were discussing communication channels, I mentioned the importance of having daily check-ins with your team. I cannot stress enough how important it is for your employees' mental health and for keeping them on the same page and feeling connected. This will help kind of negate the feelings of isolation that they may experience, and your employees will also have a clear picture of what is expected of them daily, so you won't feel the need to micromanage them. Making short phone calls instead of texting can also go a long way to combat any isolation bug and make your staff feel more connected. All right, so now you have a routine, you're keeping connected. Just one last thing left to do, and that's remembering to unplug. Working from home is a double-edged sword when it comes to work-life balance. In one case, it makes it easier to accomplish personal life tasks when you're working, but on the other, it makes it possible to work longer hours when you could be spending time with your family, right? So to combat this, it's important to set clear working hours for yourself, even if you're working from home, even if they're non-traditional hours as well. Use your self-control to separate your work and home life while you're working from home. Prevent burnouts by taking short breaks at set points of the day. Take the dog on a walk, get some fresh air, anything to really clear your head for a short bit of time. Another important step to running a virtual law firm is hiring specialized virtual help. So, virtual law firms operating remotely enjoy one unique advantage, and that's the ability to hire specialized help in any part of the world. So, by harnessing the power of technology and remote work capabilities, these firms can tap into a global talent pool, bring in specialized professionals who may not be readily available locally or even within your city. Whether it's virtual paralegals, legal researchers, tech-savvy support staff, this approach allows virtual law firms to assemble a tailored team of experts to meet the specific needs of each case, enhancing efficiency, expertise, and overall client service for your virtual law firm. With virtual staffing, you can access integrated resourcing solutions. So I'm sure you've heard of outsourcing and offshoring, but integrated resourcing is fairly new. What it does is that it provides your firm with the best parts of hiring a remote employee while saving you from the headache of the HR responsibilities and paperwork. So at ShiftSixOS, we provide law firms with full-time remote support staff for a fraction of what you would traditionally pay hiring in the United States. These employees work directly for the law firm that hired them, just like any other employee, and are completely aligned with the goals and processes of the firm. Our clients pay an all-inclusive fee that includes the employee salaries, equipment, benefits, and our service fee for managing the HR tasks. It allows you to be available 24 hours a day as well. When you hire with a company like ShiftSixOS, you get to pick the hours in which your remote employees will work. This means choosing between working the same hours as your law office or working their own hours in the Philippines. And although it may be your first instinct to have them work US hours, hiring virtual help across different time zones can ensure that you have around the clock availability within your law firm. This makes it possible to meet tight deadlines and serve clients in various regions very, very efficiently. As an example, having a remote intake specialist in another time zone can be beneficial because they would allow you to take on clients at all hours of the day, even when your law office is closed and you're sleeping. You also receive niche expertise from virtual staff. Working in a virtual remote law firm offers a unique advantage in accessing a niche expertise from individuals located anywhere in the world. So unlike a
Sounds like we lost Brian again. See, I guess this is what we were talking about when we mentioned that you have to have a good internet
traditional,
connection. Oh, there you back, Brian?
yes, I believe so.
Uh,
Can you hear me?
start with unlike traditional brick and mortar.
Awesome. Sorry about that, folks. So, unlike traditional brick and mortar firms limited by geographical boundaries, a virtual setup really allows you to tap into your global talent pool. This flexibility does enable you to seek out some specialized skills and knowledge that may be very rare or maybe just unavailable in your immediate vicinity. And whether it's collaborating with a seasoned international trade lawyer on a complex case or consulting with a regulatory expert on, let's say, a specific jurisdiction, a virtual law firm can swiftly assemble a diverse team of experts to address their clients' unique needs. This adaptability and access to broader range of talent ultimately enhances the quality of your legal services and the ability to provide comprehensive solutions to your clients, regardless of their location or the complexity of their legal challenges. So, in conclusion, for today's webinar, we've shed light on some remarkable transformations within the legal profession and how to adapt within a virtual environment. As we've discussed, the challenges posed by COVID-19 have accelerated the shift towards remote work for law firms, emphasizing the need for modern technology and innovative approaches to maintain success. We've covered a comprehensive set of strategies to help law firms thrive in this new area of remote work. From setting up a remote access and embracing cloud solutions to establishing a clear and effective communication channel, all of these steps form the foundation of a successful virtual practice. Furthermore, maintaining professionalism in virtual meetings, cultivating positive client experiences, and fostering a strong company culture are all essential components for long-term success in an evolving landscape. We've also emphasized taking care of your mental health, recognizing that the well-being of individuals directly impacts the performance and resilience of the entire firm. You can't expect to operate at 100 if you're not at 100%. So as remote work continues to evolve, it's vital to prioritize your mental health, set those boundaries, and seek out support when you need it. Lastly, we touched upon the value of hiring specialized virtual help to streamline your operations and enhance your productivity. Outsourcing tasks to experts in various domains can free up time for legal professionals to focus on these core responsibilities. So in closing, the future of law firm lies in their ability to adapt and embrace the opportunities presented by remote work. And by implementing these strategies discussed today, we feel really confident that your law firm can not only thrive, but excel in this virtual environment. We encourage you to take action, experiment with these recommendations, and continuously evolve to meet the demands of the ever-changing legal landscape. I want to thank you all for joining us today and apologize for our technical issues. And we wish you all the best on your journey towards a successful virtual law firm. Take care.
I just wanted to add that I saw some of you guys came in a little bit late. We will be putting up the recorded version of this webinar on our blog, so stay tuned for that if you are interested in seeing the whole thing. Thanks again for coming. Bye.